Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is T-Bree, and on this channel we do whatever I want, whenever I want, and today we're going to be tackling the coloring book challenge in The Sims 4. This challenge was started many moons ago by none other than the one, the beautiful Sydney Macaretta, aka Sid Mac on YouTube. If you've never checked Sid out on YouTube, definitely go check out her channel. She's got some really amazing content as far as builds go, Let's Play series, and I really enjoyed her reality show house. But with that being said, let's jump right into the game. I already went and built the shell of the house, so let's go load in. This is the house in all her glory. This is the shell that I came up with. I decided to build it off camera just so that way this video wasn't super duper long, but we are going to use this shell for our coloring book challenge. Now, if there are any of you guys out there that don't know what the coloring book challenge is, basically you start off with a completely white house shell. Everything from the walls to the windows to the furniture to the fencing, everything has to be in a pure white swatch, or at least as close as we can get to pure white. And once we have all the furniture placed and all of the decorations put together, we go in and we pick a colored swatch, and then we fill in the house with color, like a coloring book. So for example, in case you don't really understand what I'm talking about,
sometimes I do have a hard time explaining things with words.
Let's say we're building a bedroom. Here's our side table, here's our bed. Both fabulous in white swatches, absolutely match one another. Now we go to fill in for the color. Let's just pick that swatch for this, and now let's find something that matches. Luckily for us, there is a pink table here, so in all actuality, this would match really well. We could keep it white as well if we wanted to, but I'm gonna try to fill in everything with as much color as possible. I'm also gonna try to keep the house looking as cohesive as possible, but there are no promises in that one. So with that being said, let's jump right into it and get started on the exterior. So to get started on the exterior, we have to put in doors, windows, and pick how we're going to map this floor plan out. What I wanted to do, at least in my mind when I built this, was be a 2-bedroom, maybe 3-bedroom if we can fit it, 2-bath house, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. I'm thinking about keeping this pretty open floor plan, but maybe cut this in half here, put a bathroom over here, leave this a pretty long styled kitchen, and a nice big open living room area. We could put a staircase over here if we wanted to, or maybe put one in the middle somewhere over here, but I'm still not 100% sure. So let's map this floor plan out and see what it gives us. So that way we have a better understanding of where exactly we want to place the windows. So I'm thinking if the staircase is down here, we do have to get a white staircase to start. I don't know what any of these swatches look like outside of the white, so this is a lot harder than I thought, but I think I'm gonna go with my time and true staircase from the Horse Ranch pack because this virtually matches everything. Let's go up here. Oh, the staircase now leads into the ceiling, so we can't quite do that. So let's move this, and then I'm thinking about maybe just cutting this wall off. Maybe we'll turn it into like a walk-in kind of broom closet. Put a vacuum in there, put some decorations in there. That would be good for a closet area. We put a bathroom in this little bump out. Have an open living room, kitchen. We have a small dining room toward the front. We have our small bathroom here. And then if we go upstairs, that brings us to a very large hallway area, which I'm not super loving. So I think we're going to turn this into a bedroom. This can stay a hallway. But I actually think I'm gonna cut over here and get rid of this wall separating the two, and then maybe put a little bathroom towards the end. And that way we have 2 pretty large bedrooms, a hallway, and a second bathroom on the second floor. Now we have an understanding of where we can place the windows. We just have to go back and place the filter for white on there and get to picking. Ooh, I don't know what windows I would choose for a house like this. I typically just go with base game windows or the ones that come with seasons because they're so versatile and they just work so well. But I think maybe I'll switch it up and we can go with something from Snowy Escape. I do love these windows. I just don't use them very often. Ooh, those are really pretty. And there is glass on those, correct? Yes, we chose some windows for a build the other day on stream and it had no glass on it. So I could stick the mouse head, what's that called? An arrow. I could stick the arrow onto where the glass should have been and it would just pick up furniture from inside of the house. So we definitely don't want to do that. I was very confused. Speaking of which, if you wanted to come hang out with me, I stream every single day on Twitch. So you should go follow me on there. It's twitch.tv/tbreex3. It should be somewhere on the screen as well, but I would really appreciate a follow over there and for you to come hang out with us. We stream Marvel Rivals. We've recently got into horror games. I stream a Sims Let's Play over there, and we're having a lot of fun and
filling our lives with a ton of Sims chaos.
So come hang out with us over there. I stream almost every single day, and I would love to have you. I think 3 windows there would look super nice, and then we can do something like this for the windows there. And then I'm thinking put one here, and then I think it's just the back of the house. So let me just take a quick peek and see where exactly the room is cut. I think we can put one here, we can put one here, and I'll leave the space for a sliding glass door. Next, we're going to need a front door, so let's go grab that. Out of all the white swatches, I am thinking that this door from Seasons, I love that pack so much, and I love all of the Build By stuff that it came with. I do think I'm gonna move these windows over just slightly, and I think our house may be almost complete. I'm going to see if we have a nice sliding glass door that we can use. I think that one looks fine. Let's grab ourselves a foundation. Before we grab the foundation, we have to build the back deck area, which I did not do, so we're gonna do that now. Next, we're gonna pick some stairs for outside. And I think for the stairs outside, we're going to, again, choose white swatches only. Let's pick a floor. Now, for the floors, I'm not a big tiled wall girly. I do love a tiled floor for the bathroom and for the kitchen, and sometimes I'll do like a tiled wall backsplash, but for the most part I keep tile walls to a minimum. I think we're going to do my favorite flooring for kitchen, which is these hexagonal tiles. We can bring those into the kitchen living room area. I can also bring these into the bathroom if I really wanted to, but I think I might stick to tile flooring for the bathroom. Honestly, I don't know how some of these are categorized as white. I'm going to go with these grounded floor tiles, and then for a wallpaper, I'm gonna keep it simple. We're gonna pick this base game wallpaper. I think it looks really clean with the tiles and with the way that the stripes are set up inside of the paneling. Inside of the kitchen, I'm thinking maybe a wallpaper, but let's see what we have as an option. Ooh, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have a ton of white swatches available in different patterns, but I am loving this one in white, so maybe we can do that here. And then I'm thinking kitchen on this side, dining room on this side, living room over here with a television here, some sitting area here, maybe a little side table over here, and then our staircase to go up. I could also use some lighting in here. I have a really bad habit of starting a build with no lights and then wondering why I can't see. But let's go back downstairs now and let's start putting in some door frames. Now, from the kitchen to the dining room, I do just want to get a little archway here. Happy birthday base game door. Upstairs, we can put the same white doors from the hallway to this bathroom. We can use it from the hallway to this bedroom, and same here. I'm going to grab the same floors from downstairs. We're gonna bring those upstairs into the bedrooms and into the hallway. We also have to do the outside of the house, so let's get that situated as well. We need our white filter. I think I'm gonna go with this wallpaper siding for here. I'm gonna go with this here. I'm gonna leave that little bump out blank. I'll leave that little bump out blank as well. Okay, let's take a quick peek now at some stone. Ooh, that does look really, really nice. And then how about if we did something like that? Move on officially into the inside. We can come back out and decorate with flowers and plants and all the good stuff later. For the dining room, maybe we could do something like this. Okay. You know what? I vibe with this. I vibe with this a lot. So we can definitely continue that. And I think for the bedrooms, we're gonna go with something pretty subtle. How is this considered white? Please enlighten enlighten me on that, because that does not make a lick of sense to me. That doesn't make any sense that this is also a white swatch. But you know what? I think we're gonna go with it. And then we can always change the swatch of that after. And I think for our last bedroom, we can go with something pretty basic as well. And maybe just do something like this. I think our house has been completely decorated in white. So now what we're gonna start doing is furnishing everything. I'm going to go ahead and start in the kitchen area. Let's find ourselves some white counters. We don't have a super large selection to choose from. I'm going to go with these ones here. I also am going to put a little microwave on this little microwave stand that we made. It's something that I started doing a long time ago and I just never stopped. And I haven't really found a reason to stop. So I'm going to continue to do it until someone tells me. Well, let's grab ourselves a refrigerator. The magnet refrigerator is super, super cute, especially in white. Yeah, that's the white swatch to that. So let's put that here. And then we also need a stove. So let's go grab that as well. Kind of want to get rid of that, and let's place this one here instead. Cute. All these rugs come in such awkward sizes and shapes. We could 100% use more square rugs in this game. And then I think in this corner here, we're just gonna throw a plant. This one here. Let's grab a microwave for our little microwave stand. We can also grab a blender. Oh no, did they not have a white blender? I guess I'll give them a pizza maker instead. Let's put the sink over by this window. Let's grab ourselves some curtains. Let's maybe for this room change the curtains. Let's go with these curtains here. Very top, I like to add one of these to continue to hide the bar. Cute. While we're already in the dining room, let's just grab ourselves a dining room table. So let's grab this big round table here. I was thinking maybe we do these kind of seats here. I guess it's technically categorized as white, so I'm gonna use it. Let's grab ourselves a round white rug. Thankfully, this one is categorized as white, so we can go ahead and put that there as well. Let's get ourselves maybe a little hutch if they have one in white. Toss in something like that. Maybe throw a painting on the wall. We can throw one of these up here as well. If this one is also considered white, we could that one in here. My brain is always a little bit all over the place, so bear with me, guys. You'll learn to love me eventually. Ooh, this little lemon plant there with the white basket. Very cute. And to be honest, I think that might just be it for the dining room. Maybe we'll go back and add some other decorations afterwards, but I think for the most part, this room is complete. And then we can go over here to the living room. Let's grab ourselves a television. We could do something small in this little alcove area over here, or we could definitely get something bigger, put it here, and kind of keep the living room floating in the middle, which I actually think might be what we end up doing, considering we don't have any other white televisions other than these ones that look like photos, which I'm not mad at. I actually really like this one, so I think we're gonna go with that one for now, and then we can fill it in afterwards. For some seating area for the living room, I'm thinking maybe we do something like this one. We could put that here, and then we can grab ourselves some chairs instead of a love seat. So let's find ourselves some chairs that match. I mean, again, everything matches because we're in white mode. Ooh, I actually think these are really cute. Take this one, pull it down this way, and then we do need another rug. So let's go here and grab ourselves another rectangular rug. I do always love defaulting to the white frilly rug, especially because that's something that I feel like I would have in my own house. And then let's grab ourselves a computer that we can put in this little alcove here. For surfaces, let's go and grab ourselves a desk, and I think I'm gonna pick this one in this little alcove here, and then grab a chair. I think I'm gonna go with this one here. Cute, very cute indeed. And now let's grab ourselves a computer. I love me a good rainbow moment, so if we can get a white swatch with a rainbow attachment, I'm absolutely going to use it. Let's get ourselves something that we can put on the wall behind the computer area. And I'm thinking maybe something a little longer. We're gonna do this. We can shrink it down one, and that's looking really, really good. I think we can leave that alone for right now. I do also need to make sure that I get a trash can, and then I think as far as the downstairs go, we can put maybe a little table or something over here. Throw that here. We can go ahead and grab this bookshelf here. We're gonna swap this around. Put this photo on that side. We can grab this bookshelf for this side, this bookshelf for this side. I think that looks so much better. And then I also want to grab a rocking chair. See, I need a tall, skinny plant. I'm gonna put that right over here. And I think we might just be ready to move on to the upstairs. So as far as the hallway goes, I think I'm just gonna put a rug, maybe some stuff on the walls, but I'm gonna leave it pretty blank because it's a hallway. There really isn't much going on. There we go. Cute. And then for the bathroom, put the white back on. I'm gonna do both bathrooms at the same time. Let's grab our tub here. Let's grab a mirror. Let's grab ourselves a pretty sink. I'm gonna try to make this one a little bit fancier. This one, our nice little marble sink. If we wanted to, we could probably put a stand-up shower here, but I don't think that's the vibe. I think we're just gonna do tub. You do something like that. That actually looks really nice. Let's start working on the bedrooms now. We do have two really big bedrooms, and I'm not 100% sure what I was envisioning for people that were sleeping here, but let's grab ourselves our white swatch, and then let's go find ourselves a double wide bed. Maybe this one from Cats and Dogs. You can put that one, and I know it's got color in it. I'm trying to pick the closest ones that have white, but all the bedding for the most part is gonna have a little bit of color in it. So sorry, y'all are just gonna have to deal. I wanna grab myself a dresser. I'm thinking maybe something like this off into the corner. We can grab ourselves a mirror. Let's use this one. I've always really liked this mirror. I like the fact that it's got that neon glow to the back of it, and you can change the neon glow to different colors. Let's grab ourselves some lamps to put on these side tables. This one will forever be one of my favorite lights. We're gonna place this rug down because I know this one has some really nice swatches, and it is considered a white rug. We're gonna hope and pray that this works out, but I'm not 100% sure that it's going to. We can place our art easel there and maybe grab some exercise equipment. Oh, okay, let's grab a punching bag. Maybe we'll throw in a plant. And then the last piece of furniture that I want to put in here is going to be something for the walls. And then for our last bedroom, I'm thinking about gearing this one more for a child sim. I'm gonna put this bed in the middle here. We can do a fun little area on the floor for toys. And I think we're gonna go with the Time and True super fuzzy rug, because what's better than waking up and putting your feetsies on a super fuzzy rug. And then for the floor, I think I want to take this rug, maybe shrink it down to about this size. Let's give her a little bench area to kind of sit on over here. And then I'm thinking maybe some toys against the rug. I also was thinking maybe let's get a television. Maybe put your toy box here. We can do a lamp with the moon. All decorations. I was thinking some more very childlike posters on the wall. Now that the inside is done, we're gonna pop back out and we're going to try to landscape this a little bit, and then we'll do some backyard stuff. Maybe put down a pool, and we'll get everything situated back there, see what it looks like, and then we should be done. So for a tree, I think we can go with this one here. I love this tree. I think it is so pretty. Just kidding. No, we can't. Can back here though. And now that that is placed, I think we are officially done building. So now that we have finished building, we're gonna go ahead and fill in all the colors room by room and see what this house looks like. We're gonna start off with the outside, and I'm thinking maybe we go with pink for these flowers. I think for these bushes, I actually want to change them to colorful lights on the bushes outside. For the siding, oh, this is pretty neutral for the most part. Should we channel our inner Simsy and do like a dark blue suburban? Ooh, should we do a red house? I don't think I've ever had a red house moment. I also didn't change the color of the roof. I didn't even pick a roof swatch, so let's do that really quick. Let's just go with this one. Oh, I hope that I just did not ruin this entire house, but let's hope and pray that that roof isn't like only in pink, which now that I'm thinking about it, I have a feeling that that roof is only in pink and I just royally to this build over. I can do tan with the red. I actually think that looks kind of nice. Okay, I can do that. Let's take a look at the roof tiles. Oh, thank goodness I have other colors other than pink, because I got a little worried for a second that I grabbed a pink roof. I do not vibe with that at all. Oh, that is some bright yellow for a roof. I really left myself not a lot of great options. And then I don't know if the rules of this challenge are that you can't change something once you pick a color, because I would very much so not like a red house right now. I don't want a red house anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And this roof is making it so hard to do literally anything. Oh no. I think we just stick with the white roof. I don't know what else to do. That roof is so ugly and the roof options that I have were virtually non-existent. So let's try now to look and see what kind of foundation we have down here. And honestly, I'm not seeing a whole bunch that we can work with. Okay, I actually like this. I think it breaks up some of the whiteness of this house and gives it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm gonna leave the lattice in white. Now for the brick here, for the Keep On Rockin' rocks, I think we're gonna go with tan. And then we'll do the same for out here. That changed all of it at the same time. We can also go for the wood out here as well. Let's change that up to some regular colored wood. The stairs, I would actually like to leave white. Now, as far as the foundation for the pool, if I'm being 100% honest, most pools just kind of have a side like that. There's nothing super special to it, you know what I mean? I do want to get this fence and bring it around here, put this here. I do want to change the color of the slide though. We do something more fun, maybe like a blue. For these chairs here, I kind of want to do a blue moment as well. And then for this stone and wood table, I'm gonna leave it in the swatch that I just chose. We're gonna pick a colorful candle here, go with that one. And then for the grill, I'm thinking maybe just like a silver grill. We could do some black and white, which actually I think that means I'm gonna change this to a more black color. And then we can do black and white seating. Hello, Smokey. Hi. You guys, this is my cat, Smokey. He is very much an attention seeker and he is here for hugs and cuddles. So we're gonna give him exactly what he wants. I'm just gonna need a minute. I'm sorry. Hi. What's going on? Want to say hi to the camera? Say hi everyone on YouTube. I am needy and I love my mama. And now I'm drooling. Can I put you down until after? We can have snuggle time when I'm done filming. Can we cuddle after I'm done filming, please? I did try to put him in his chair, but unfortunately, he really just wants my attention right now. He won't stop. Thanks, Pops. I'll see you after. Can I... Gosh. Can I please come... You're making it really hard to color in my coloring book. Yes, hi. He is such a good boy. He gets on my last nerve sometimes, waking me up in the middle of the night, zooming around with his brother, screaming like a banshee, chasing one another around my house. And I love him. Okay, next we're gonna see what we can do. I think I'm just gonna give this like a little bit of like a black and white moment over on this side. Oh, that's the only swatch it has? Well, guess what, guys? We're keeping it. And then for the final swatch outside that we may need to change, it's gonna be this here. Maybe the brown one just to kind of match. And I think for as far as outside goes, we're pretty much done. So let's start coloring the inside together and see what that looks like when it's all done. I'm gonna start off in the dining room. We're just gonna kind of make our way around. We'll go into the bathroom next, come out, go into the kitchen, go into the living room. We'll go upstairs, do the bathroom, and then we'll do both of the bedrooms. In this room, I did want to start off here, and I'm actually really happy that this is wood, especially because there's gonna be a very good chance that I'll be able to match this with a ton of stuff. And then we get to the chairs that I chose. Oh, you know what? This is pretty close. And then for the rug, I think I'll go with something a little dark. For the hexagonal flooring, I am gonna change that color as well. I'm gonna go with something a little bit darker in this room. And then for the wallpaper, I'm also gonna go with something a little bit darker in here just to kind of keep the vibes going. For this here, we're gonna go with the dark wood again because I'm like loving how this dark wood is looking. We can go here with some brown curtains, and then we can go with this painting here. I actually like the swatch that that's in, so that's all set. For this, I want to do it in like a gold maybe. I'm not mad at that. And I think that that is our dining room all colored in. I definitely think I could have put more decorations in here now that I see how empty it is, but it's fine. Everything is fine. What are you doing besides eating in a dining room? Really, at the end of the day. In most of my builds, I leave some wall space behind when I put an easel in there because a lot of the times the like lower priced artwork I'll end up just hanging on the wall. If you spent $100 for a painting and then you can only sell it for $140, what's the point? I'm just gonna put it on the wall and have some really cool art on the wall. Our first bathroom, I'm thinking maybe we could do in like a green color. Ooh, I love that. And then let's take a look at the rug. Okay, I'm here for it. Let's take a look at this and fill this in with a different color. And then for the towel here, we can fill that in with like a brown color to kind of match the gold accents. And I forgot to put a mirror. Oh no.
Excuse me.
I'm just gonna put the mirror that I know and love because it's white and it's gonna stay white. I did forget also to put a painting over here, so we're gonna go and grab the butterflies. I kind of want to put that brown one there. So yeah, I might change that. I know I said I was gonna leave it in white. I made a big deal about leaving it in white, but I'm a liar. I'm a liar. And then honestly, I think the bathroom here is done. Oh my goodness, I also forgot to put upper cabinets, so we're gonna do that now as well. I promise you guys, I'll get better at this whole YouTube thing eventually. Ooh, I forgot that this is the shelving unit that doesn't have a corner piece and it has a shelf instead, but that's fine. And then I also don't understand how this was considered white because it's not. It's blue. But let's see what color the stuff is in here. We are for now gonna leave the microwave white. It really depends on what color this wallpaper is in other swatches. Oh, I'm not mad at this. This is actually really cute. This is now the color of our living room kitchen combo. Let's grab ourselves this little blue fridge. Oh, I love this. I'll change the trash can over as well. We can do that in like a green color. You can change the rug in the middle of the floor to something a little bit better. Honestly, with that change, maybe we could do something like this in these colors. That looks nice. That looks very nice indeed. For the desk, I'm thinking it really depends on what color I want to do the floors because we do have to change these floors. So I'm actually thinking maybe we bring that dark wood into here as well. Yes. Oh my god, I think that looks so much better. And then let's grab this rug. Let's maybe leave it in the dark brown for now. Let's change the staircase to something out of here. I'm gonna guess it would be this one. And then for the railing, I'd want to do this one. Nope, just kidding. Nope. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Did I pick a really ugly railing or did I pick a really ugly railing? Oh no. I think this is gonna be the closest one that we have. And it's ugly. Oh no. Okay, let's see if we can salvage this by changing the rug. And then let's see if we can also salvage this by maybe changing the staircase color because I'm not feeling it anymore. To something a little bit lighter. Nope, that didn't change even a little bit. And if we went to something like that, that just doesn't even match. So yeah, I think we're stuck with something like that. Fill in the rest of the colors here. Let's throw, you know what, we'll come back to that in a second. Let's grab this couch and see what colors this is. I think we might stick to the light blues. Oh no. Oh no, what did we do? Oh no, what did we do? None of these look good together. Oh no. Okay, so I think we're gonna stick with maybe purple. God, that looks horrible, but that's fine. We can do that here. We can do a little bit of a darker wood tone. Oh, I hate this so much. Do we have like a purple computer? At least we have a purple computer, and then we don't have purple. No purple curtains. There are never purple curtains, but we do have that, which can stay. And then as far as the photo on the wall that is inside, I'm thinking maybe we go with something like this. And we see if we can find, yeah, it'd be something like that. I also did forget to put a coffee table, so let's go grab ourselves a white coffee table that we can fill in. Oh my goodness. I, again, am all over the place. This looks... Let's throw down that coffee table, and then let's throw down a little like side table in between these two chairs here. I am looking for something a little bit smaller though, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to find one, except for maybe in this size, and I know that this doesn't match, but that's okay. Oh, I don't even have a brown swatch to use on this. That is crazy. All right, we'll go with that one, and then we'll go with this one. This is considered a white swatch. Oh no, is there not even a purple jar on these? Oh, I'm not good at this. All right, that looks fine to me. And then let's try over here. Again, we don't have any purple, so I'm just gonna put that in black, and then I think I ended up using these ones, so we can do that. Let's grab these darker wooded bookshelves. I'm thinking something like this and something like that. Let's fill in the plant over here and take that out of white and put it maybe in this blue color. It kind of brings out the wall a little bit. I don't know, this house is all over the place, you guys. This is not looking nearly as good as I anticipated that it would, but we did try. At least I can say that we tried, and we tried very, very hard. This is just not looking good at all. And then for the floor, I think I'm just gonna grab this blue rug here. We can size it up a little bit and place that right here in front of the door. I think we're just about done for the downstairs. I am not a big fan of this look at all whatsoever. I was also gonna make this into a broom closet. Clearly, my space cadet brain forgot. I did not put a doorway into it, so we're just gonna leave that as an empty hollow space in the house. Now we're gonna move on up to the second floor. Let's take a look at this mess up here and see what we can do to fix it. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, so now we know that we have to continue. I mean, we don't technically have to because there is a separation with this line here. Oh my goodness, how perfect would this have been? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Just kidding, not at all, that looks terrible. Let's see what a disaster this hallway is gonna turn into. I actually think I want to put this purpley kind of color down. It's very different. It's looking a little crazy, but it's looking a little crazy in a way that I like. So I also want to change the door colors up here. I think that they would look better in a light brown wood swatch instead of the white. And then I also want to change the color of that photograph, and I want to change the color of this photograph, as well as the color of these here curtains. I'm going to put them in like a beige tan color. I'm actually going to change the wood on the outside of that, which changes this photo a little bit, but that's fine. For this, we're gonna put it in a gold holder, and then for the rug inside of the hallway, I do just want to add the tan swatch, change the color of the floor in here, and change it to something like that, and I'm probably gonna do that for the rest of the flooring up here as well. And now we can go ahead and get started on bedroom number 1. First, let's change the wallpaper to something that we like. I don't think I've ever used this wallpaper in my life, so I'm not 100% sure what the swatches look like on it. I'm thinking personally that I like this one a lot. Also thinking that if we wanted to stick with that, we'd probably use this color bed. And let's change the rug to match underneath to...
Ew!
I actually like this rug a lot, so I'm gonna leave that rug there in that color and hope and pray that it eventually turns out really nice. We are gonna get some tan side tables here. Let's get a darker color on this painter's easel. I'm just gonna change that to black. And then for my curtains, I think I'm gonna keep them white, but give the little gold ribbon. I think that's really cute. And for this little cubby in the back here, I think I'm just gonna keep it tan, keep it classy, keep it tan. For this, we can go with like that darker blue-green color. And honestly, I think we're just about done here. I do want to throw something in there for decoration. I just don't know what. Maybe a plant. We have a white swatch, something that I know for sure is a white swatch of a plant. We do. And it doesn't sit there. Awesome. How about in here? Let's try something small to clutter it with then. That was cuckoo bonkers. I forgot it has to be white. So let's put the white filter back on, and then let's grab like a hat that we could put there. No, you know what? I think the hat is exactly what we're gonna put there, and we're just gonna leave it at that. I typically tend to build very uncluttered houses only because 90% of the time I'm doing it from the stance of I have 18K in the bank. I'm gonna spend my 18K on a very basic house, and then I'll upgrade it as time goes on. For the final bedroom, we can pretend that this is gonna be for a little girl, and we'll do it in pink. I also do want to see what colors we have available in the swatches for the wallpaper. We're gonna go with pink. Let's grab ourselves this side table here. They do have a subtle whole pink, so we'll go with that. And then I don't mind leaving that in the color that it's in. I would like to change this. I'll do something a little bit more on the blue side. We can do black for the outside of the posters. And then for this, I actually really like the fact that it comes with a black wood tone and then some really pretty colors, especially because the white tones only come in blues. And I'm not really feeling that, but I do feel the black tone with the pink. And then I'll leave the clock exactly how it is. I'm gonna grab the pink walls here. We can go ahead and change the swatch on that to more of a blue. I'm gonna leave this exactly how it is as well. I like the pink and the purple colors on there. We can change Miss Kitty in the corner to look like this. And then for the swatch for the television, I was thinking black to kind of match the darker wood tones. And we'll leave that in white. Let's see what color the rugs are that we can pick. I don't like any of these swatches. I guess maybe we'll do that to go with the pink motif. Maybe we do a black fuzzy rug to kind of break it up a little bit. We do black and white and then pink. And I actually now think that that means that this bedroom has been completely decorated. And then the final room in the house that we need to decorate is gonna be this bathroom. Downstairs, we did more of a green color. And I think up here, we're gonna do more of a blue color. I can do a white shower with black accents. Maybe the blue for that. We can go with black for that. As far as up here goes, I'm gonna change this over to more of a blue swatch. I'm gonna do that for this. And then the only thing I didn't put in here, which I need to put in here, is gonna be a rug and maybe a plant for this corner. We're gonna just go here for white. I actually really like this one. Change the swatch if we want to, which I'll do it in black. And then for a small rug for the bathroom, I'm thinking something like, we can do something like this. And I don't know if that was considered a white swatch. I do know that we have a white swatch in here and I would have changed it to that. So we're just gonna pretend that I didn't do that. That was white the whole time. You guys saw nothing. I did want to leave this fence white just because I think it matched the rest of the house a little bit better, but I also didn't look at any of the other swatches, so I don't remember what other color swatches are on here. Oh, and they do have a tan one. Maybe just to break it up a little bit, we'll go with tan. And now, my friends, we are completely done coloring in our coloring book challenge build. And I have to say, I had a lot of fun with this. It definitely stressed me out a little bit because some of these colors are just looking a little crazy together. This white roof looking a little crazy, not exactly my favorite, but but not to fret. We go downstairs. We have a very dark, kind of simple looking dining area. I definitely should have placed more decoration. Although with the coloring book challenge, it is kind of hard because nothing really comes in like a basic white swatch. Did definitely get some surprises here. Like for instance, I forgot that this rug is not super swatchy, so there isn't a ton to choose from. And I also had no idea what the swatches were for the sitting area, and I think this is the part that disappointed me the most because this looks terrible. I tried to bring in a little bit more purple in the curtain area as well as with the computer. The purples are all over the place and they do look pretty terrible together, so unfortunately this area did not come out looking all that spectacular, but I think the rest of the house looks really cute. And then when you go upstairs, I actually really like the fact that I was able to pull colors with this rug down here to kind of incorporate and tie everything together. I think it gave it a really nice pop. And then with this last bedroom, I think it does look really cute. We've got the pinks that we were able to bring in with the rugs as well as the side tables. And then we also have the black kind of wood tones that were able to be drawn out with some of the pictures on the walls as well as this black and white rug. It's pretty basic, not a ton going on in here, but it's for a child with no storyline in my head. So they got what they got and I think it turned out pretty cute. But overall, I'd say I'm very pleased with this house. I'm very pleased with this challenge and I had a lot of fun doing it. So hopefully we'll do it again in the future. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you are here at the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Please give me a like. Please subscribe. Please go follow me on Twitch. We've just started our road to 90 followers, which is super exciting. And I would really appreciate it if you joined me over there as well. So come on over. The water's fine. I promise I don't bite. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe, like, do all of the fun YouTube things, and I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna go cuddle that attention seeker that wanted me so bad earlier because I think I hurt his feelings by telling him that he needed to wait. Okay, bye everybody.